Welcome everybody. My name is Sanchez X, and after watching the F1 Australian Grand Prix qualifyings for this year, I was left shocked and a little disappointed about where my favorite drivers ended up. That being said, I'm going to be making some predictions about where each driver is going to be ending up for tomorrow's race. Then tomorrow I'm going to be making a video reviewing my predictions, seeing how close I was, and ultimately if my predictions were right or wrong. But before we begin, I have to point out one major rule for this video. I will only be predicting the top 10, not the positions below that, because it's just going to take forever to review all 20 drivers, or in this case, 19 drivers. And I think people mostly just care about the top 10, because those are the only drivers that'll get to score points. That being said, let's get right into it. In 10th place, it's going to be Fernando Alonso. I know I want him to be higher, but guys, I just don't think that Aston Martin's going to be good enough to go higher in positions. I do think he'll beat out Albon, but I don't think he's going to beat anyone else. He's a great driver. He really deserves more than this, but yeah, I think 10th is going to be the best he can do with the car that he has. Yeah, 10th. For ninth place, we have Yuki Tsunoda. Now, I know he's a good driver, and he is starting 8th, but it's the RB we're talking about, and I'm just not hopeful about its race pace. I just don't think he'll maintain that 8th position, or even progress to like 7th or 6th. I think ninth, however, will be a good result. And I don't think Stroll will be in the top 10 because, he's Lance Stroll, so yeah, I think he will be ninth. Still a good result, though, I will give you that. For number 8, I am actually a Mercedes supporter until 2025. So I have George Russell. He is starting 7th, but I don't see him keeping that considering the Mercedes has been looking really bad. So I think he'll be 7th. I just don't think he'll be in a position higher. Yeah, I actually had hopes for Mercedes at the beginning of the season, or like before the start of the season, and then Mercedes failed to deliver. So I'm left with saying, oh, Russell will be 7th. And then, yeah, my next one will also be a bit of a wild card. Yeah, Russell 7th. That's just all I gotta say about it. The Mercedes doesn't look too good. Wait, sorry, Russell's 8th. I don't know what I'm talking about. For number 7, we have Lewis Hamilton. I know he's 11th, and I do support Hamilton. But his tire management is good, combined with the fact that the Australian track is a low degradation track. So I think he'll make up some positions and manage his tires to get 7th. Sorry. He could be 6th, but I don't see that happening. So I think he'll be 7th. Mercedes will probably be taking like 10 points. Also a wild card is that he'll also take the fastest lap. That's just what I'm thinking. He'll be 7th and he'll take the fastest lap. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Mercedes is not going to be doing good this weekend. That's all I'm saying. For number 6, we'll have Oscar Piastri. So I think he'll just stay at 6th, considering the competition he's up against. I don't think he'll be 7th, though, because the Mercedes just looks very slow. So I think he'll be 6th. He's going to be like a best of the rest, I think. That's just what I'm thinking. He will definitely be 6th. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, a good result, nonetheless. But yeah, 6th. For 5th place, we'll be having Lando Norris. So, Norris, he's a good driver. I think he could be 4th, but at the same time, considering, Leclerc is behind him, he should have been ahead, but he made a mistake in his final flying lap. So I think Norris will lose a position to Leclerc, and then Norris will be 5th. That's just what I think, and that's probably the best prediction. I think the McLarens will be like, sort of in kind of 4th or 3rd fastest. No, I think 3rd fastest, actually. I don't see them fighting with the Ferraris and Red Bulls, but I do see them being faster than the Mercedes. That's all I see. So 5th and 6th, it's going to be McLaren. So Lando Norris in 5th. In 4th place this is a bit of a wild card as well, but I think it's going to be Sergio Perez. Look, I know Perez is a good driver. Okay, you can't deny that he is a great driver. His qualifications were good as well. But considering, Charles Leclerc is there, I just don't think he's gonna be third. He's a good driver, but then you see Leclerc, he's a very quick driver, especially with the car Ferrari gave him. I mean, that car is pretty good as well. So I just don't think Perez is gonna keep it. But this is a close one between fourth and third. I do believe there'll be some podium fight between Perez and Leclerc, who is going to be number 3 on this list. Number 3, like I told you, Charles Leclerc. So, this, I do want Leclerc to be on the podium. I mean, he deserves it. He's a very good driver. But, I mean, he has a Ferrari. And I think Ferrari looks very strong. Like, in all of the weekend so far, they've been very strong. I just don't think Leclerc is not going to be on the podium. He's going to be on the podium. Third. So, I don't think he'll be higher than that, but he will fight Sergio for third, though. That's what I'm saying. That's my other prediction for Leclerc. But yeah, Leclerc will be third. Second place, which is my worst prediction yet, but I'm going with it, is should I even say this one? Okay, fine, I'll say it. Yeah, Max Verstappen is going to be second. Look, I know people are going to be saying, this guy knows nothing about F1. What is this guy doing? He's only doing this for views. Look. I acknowledge this is a very bad prediction, but look, I just want someone else to win, okay? I mean, and in general, Sainz has been good as well, and I just don't think it's going to be Verstappen's to take. I just have that gut feeling. I do think there'll be a very intense fight, but Verstappen will just miss out, considering all things considered. Even Verstappen himself says there's a question mark for tomorrow, so I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. But the leader will be kind of surprising. But yeah, Verstappen is second. And finally, for number 1, P1 on the grid, P1 in the race, is Carlos Sainz. A lot of pressure on him, but considering he did just come back from surgery, but Carlos Sainz is a good driver, okay? And in general, I just think he's gonna do it. There's gonna be a very, very tough fight for the lead. I'm predicting that. And this just comes from the fact I just want Sainz to win as well. It's his last season with Ferrari. I really want him to win. But in general, Verstappen himself said there's going to be a question mark over the weekend. And I think Sainz has been looking quick. He for a while, I think he was the fastest before Verstappen came up. But I think it's going to be Sainz winning the race just. But honestly, they have an equal chance to win, in my opinion. I'm just rooting for Sainz here. Nothing against Verstappen, but I'm thinking 50. It's like 50-50, but Sainz is just a bit more likely to win, in my opinion. So yeah, that's Sainz for number 1. So yeah, guys, here are my predictions. I know Verstappen's gonna win, but I just think, Australia has been a bit of a surprise. So we'll just see what happens. I can't wait to review my predictions for tomorrow, and yeah, we'll just see. Hopefully this race will be the first race where we have a true fight for the win. Considering, Red Bull and Ferrari are looking pretty close. I mean, the gap is not that much, so I think it should be a fun race for tomorrow. But we'll just have to see. Anyways, thanks so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be me reviewing my predictions. Bye, guys.